How and when does choking become a real hazard? And I think there is a common misconception between gagging and choking. So, at home, again, for parents who are listening to this, how can they notice and identify the difference? When should they panic, and when should they know that this is normal behavior?
Yes, yes. So now gagging is a very protective reflex. Okay, so it is happening for a reason. So that the child does not put anything in the mouth, unwanted in the mouth, and it should not go inside. That is the
Hmm.
idea behind gag. So whenever anything that touches the posterior wall of our food pipe, I can say that time this gagging comes. Okay, but this is something that will be for adults. In babies, just the last part of the tongue that is so much sensitive that if something touches over there, then gagging is going to happen. Okay, so a baby who was on a milk diet and who was sucking with this particular movement, this
Hmm.
particular last part of the tongue did not get any exposure, so there was no
Hmm.
gagging. Okay,
Hmm.
so there's no gagging going to happen in a milk-based diet, which the baby is already having up to 6 months of age. Now, when we
Hmm.
introduce food, or rather before that, mouthing when begins, when children start putting fingers in mouth, you will notice that sometimes they,
Hmm.
they coughing. So what has happened
Yeah.
that this particular finger has just touched that posterior part or the sensitive part of the tongue, and the body is
Right.
responding to the gagging.
Right.
Okay. So the most important thing when we introduce solids, how to identify gagging is that this is going to happen.
Hmm.
In choking, the mouth doesn't open.
Right, sorry. So gagging is no panic, right? It's natural, it's evolutionary, it's something that is a protective response.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
and and it can get reduced with age. It should get reduced with age. And with the right exposure of foods, it definitely will. That is something that we can say safely.